over 2, 4, and 17 over 2.
Test 2 review continued.
And that is a midpoint.
And you're fine with it being written as 17 over 2?
Wait, can you go back?
What did you say?
You're fine with it being written as 17 over 2?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can do either like 8.5, that's fine. Either one is okay. Now we have a 2 point and we are find the line. So which is y minus y1 equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, x minus x1. So y minus 2 is a minus 2, 6 minus 3, x minus 3, and which is a 6 over 3, so that is a 3, x minus 3. And this is a 3 times x minus 3 is a 3x minus 9. So y minus 2 is a 3x minus 9, which is y equals 3x minus 9 plus 2, which is a 3x minus 7. So that is the line equation. Oh, I made a mistake. This is a 6 over 3, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like I'm tired. That is a 2. You have to watch out.
So you got the x1 and the x2 backwards, you mean? Is that, or not?
What do you mean? That is a 2. This is a 8 minus 2 is a 6, and 6 minus 3 is a 3. So 6 over 3 is a 2. So which is a 2 times x minus 3, which is a 2x minus 6. So I have a 2x minus 6 and move negative 2, which is a plus 2. So I have a 2x minus 4. That is the equation.
That's y equals 2x minus 4.
Yeah, y equals 2x minus 4.
I was with you till you got 2x minus 4.
What do you mean the 2x minus 4? This is a 2x minus 6 and move this negative 2, which makes a positive 2. Any other?
Whoa. When you go down to y equals 2x, subtract 6 plus 2 equals 2x, subtract 4, where did you get that 2 from?
This
The
2.
2 is because
Yeah, 2 is here.
6 over 3, and then you
So y minus 2 is a 2x minus 6. So I want to get the y. So y equals 2x minus 6 plus 2, which is a 2x minus 4. Is it okay?
I mean, I understand it now, but how you did it first, like, I didn't see you bring all that over, also 2x that's being distributed into the 2x subtract. I mean, minus 3, which would have got, which would have gave me that's 2x subtract 6, but I did not know at the time where that 2 come from.
Okay. Now we have a slope, 3 is given, and the point is given. So we have a y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So y minus 2 is 3, x minus 5. And I'm going to skip the most of the step because of the time. So you have to work out to figure it out. So y equals 3x minus 13 is the equation. Otherwise, we cannot finish all of them.
Yeah.
So I'll skip the step.
Wait, can you go back so I can take a picture? Thanks.
Hold on. I want to be up all night studying.
I know, me too. I'm trying to beat that 40% to get an A.
Now we're going to find x-intercept, y-intercept. So x-intercept is let y is equal to 0. So 2x minus 0 is a 12. So I get x equals 6. That means the 6, 0 is x-intercept. And the y-intercept is let x equals 0, which is a 0 minus 3y equals 12. So y equals negative 4. So that means that 0, negative 4 is a y-intercept. Now for the graph, there is an x-intercept, which is a 6, and y-intercept, which is a negative 4, and connect them, and that is a graph. If you have a question, then we can discuss after the class. Or some kind of a specific question, then we can discuss that. But I think it's better to finish all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're going to find the line equation, and the 1 point is given, and it is perpendicular to the following line. So the perpendicular means for this kind of the slope, m is a 3, and we're going to find the slope m1 for this new line. So y minus 2 is m1, x minus 1. That is our line, but this is perpendicular. Perpendicular means m1 times 3 is equal to negative 1. That 3 is here. That is a perpendicular. That slope m times the new slope. And when you do the product, we get a negative 1. So m1 is negative 1/3. That is the slope for the new line. So we have y minus 2 equals negative 1/3, x minus 1. If we simplify this, then we get 3y plus x equals 7. If you wonder how you got this, multiply by 3 on both sides and simplify that. Don't ask the process yet. And if you have a question, then we can discuss after the class. So mark that on the lecture note. If you have any question, then we can go over after the class. And we have a point, and it is parallel. So So parallel means if the slope m is a 3, then y minus y1 equals m1 x minus x1. So we have y minus 2 is m1 x minus 1. And here m1 should be the same as 3 when they are parallel. So for the perpendicular, we do like the product is the negative 1, but the parallel case, they have the same slope. That's the difference. So we have y minus 2 is a 3, x minus 1, and when we simplify this, we have y equals 3x minus 1. And that's the line. So if you get up to this point, this is easy. You can try that. That is easy step. So.
Oh, go back. Oh, I got it.
It's okay?
Yeah.
And we're going to find the equation with the slope 0. What do you mean the slope is 0? And it contains a 4 and 5. So let's draw. The meaning of the slope is 0. We have 4, 5 right here. 4, 5. And the slope is 0. When the slope is a steepness, right? The steepness is 0 means what?
Straight up and down?
Yeah, straight. But it is parallel in this way. That is a slope is 0.
Oh, so when it's
That is
parallel.
a horizontal. That is called as a horizontal
Okay.
line. So this line is what is the equation for this line? This is about the y is equal to 5. The horizontal line is y is equal to 5. That's the horizontal line. A vertical line, x equals 6, and this is a vertical line. What is the slope? For the horizontal line, the slope is equal to 0, right? Because the steepness is equal to 0. How about the steepness of this? It is undefined, which is actually the infinity. For the infinity, we say that undefined. So the vertical line has no the defined slope, which is undefined slope. And we are going to find the horizontal line. The horizontal line is a 3,7. Which is this, which is the same as the slope is 0, or the horizontal line, which is y equals 7. That's the horizontal line.
Fuck.
So in this case, we're in the exam, we'll have to draw that.
You don't need to draw. Yeah, just asking what equation. So y% is the equation. Now we want to determine whether the line L1, which is this, and L2 are parallel. What do you mean the parallel? The two slope M1 and M2 are the same. That's the parallel. So we want to find the M1 based on these two numbers. So M1 is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is a 5 minus 1. So 5 minus 1 over 4 minus 2, which is a 4 over 6, which is a 2/3. And M2, for the slope M2 for the L2 is y2 minus y1, which is a -2, -1, and -0. And x2 minus x1, which is a 0 minus 3. So -2 over -3, which is a 2/3. And they are the same.
I didn't get that.
Yeah. I know, you don't get that.
Even the phone don't know.
So 2/3 and 2/3 are the same, so they are parallel.
Why is it not still negative though?
But even though where is the negative?
Didn't you say it's -3 and -2 and then it just goes to 2/3?
Yeah, negative makes positive.
Oh, yeah. Either way, it would still be
Yeah.
parallel.
You said 40 questions on the exam? How many?
What are you talking about?
How many questions on the exam?
You see, don't worry.
You said
Not that many.
You go back for just 1 second. Alright, thanks.
There are only 20 questions. So don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, it was 40 at each school.
So perpendicular is M1 times M2 is -1. So find the M1, which is a 0 minus 3, 2 minus 0, which is a 3 over 2, and M2, which is a -2 minus 0, and 0 minus 3, which is -2 over 3. So when you do the product, we get -1. So that means perpendicular.
You can explain that one more time?
Which one?
Just go over the whole problem.
So slope, we want to get the slope M1. You know the formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. y2 minus y1, 0 minus 3. x2 minus x1, 2 minus 0. And negative makes positive, so this is positive 3 over 2. When you do the same thing, you get a -2 over 3. So when you do the the product, you get a -1. So -1 is a perpendicular.
22 and 23 two different columns, right? I'm just making sure.
They are different.
The one saying if it's parallel.
This is a parallel.
Alright,
That is a
But
perpendicular.
you do the same equation to figure it out.
yeah, that's what I was
You're testing the slope.
Now in 2000, the average time is 866 hours, and in 2004 it is 678, and we're going to find the average rate of change. So average rate of change is the same as like the finding the slope. of the 2 point, which is a 678 minus 866 over 2004 minus 2000. And this is a negative 188 over 4, which is negative 47 hours per year. There is a decrease.
So that's similar to the slope formula that we just did, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, cool.
Now we're going to solve the system. So we're going to use the elimination method. I'm going to remove the x component. So to remove the x component, I have to make the same numbers. So this is negative 1x and this is a 2x. So let's multiply by 2. When I multiply by 2, I get a negative 2x plus 4y is equal to 6. Now I'm solving these two.
Because you had to get the 2 and the negative 2x similar, same.
Yes,
Okay.
because that's the reason why I do
Yeah.
to use the elimination method. Now I want to add the both sides. So 2x minus 4y and negative 2x plus 4y. When I add them, 2x and negative 2x, that is a 0x, and negative 4y and the plus 4y, that's the 0y, and 0 and 6, that's the 6. And the left hand side is a 0, but the right hand side is a 6, so that means it cannot be, right? So there is no solution. We can also use the elimination method. Now here the x are different, the coefficient of x are different, but the y numbers are the same. So let's add them together. Then x plus 2x, which is a 3x, negative y and plus y, which is a 0, and 5 and 7, which is a 12. So 3x is a 12, so x is 12 over 3, which is a 4. Now I got a 4, so plug in either one of this. Then 4, which is x minus y, x minus y equals 5, but the x is a 4, so 4 minus y equals 5. Then negative y equals 5 minus 4, so y, which is 1. So y equals negative 1. Then the solution is 4 comma negative 1. And that is the solution.
But that's not the elimination method.
That is the elimination method.
It is?
Yeah.
I'm saying it's 12.
You didn't eliminate anything, you just added up to 2.
I eliminate the y component.
You didn't, it was just there. You got minus
No,
1
I
plus 1.
eliminate the y.
Just,
Because that is a 0. There is no y at all here.
right, well, I mean, is you didn't add any extra step of multiplying to get
No.
two things the same.
We don't need to.
Right, so you
That
just
depends
went,
on the question.
We got it.
and as long as you were able to cancel out,
Yeah, as long as we can cancel out, that is elimination. The method, the name of the method doesn't matter. You can use you don't need to name them.
well, I was thinking the substitution method
Yeah,
is what you're working on next.
substitution,
Yeah.
Is it all? That's all? Yeah, go. So x numbers are different and y's are different. So let's make the same number. Let's choose a x. So let's multiply by 3. Then I get a 6x, negative 15y, and 15. And when I use these two, then add them together, I get a 0x, 0y, 0. What does that mean?
It's just no solution.
0 is a 0. 0 is a 0 is always true. So there are many, infinitely many. And what are they if there are infinitely many? So let's look at the first one. So for the infinitely many, we don't need the two equation. We only need one equation. Because the infinitely many means they overlap. The two lines are exactly the same. That's the infinitely many solution. So we don't need two different equations, just one single equation is enough. So which is a 2x minus 5y is equal to 5. Now we're going to find solution of this. Well, let's think about the solution. It can be a 2.5, when x is a 2.5 and y is a 0, we can make a 5, right? 2 times the 2.5 minus 0 is a 5. That's the solution. Or, if the x is a 0 and y is a negative 1, there is also a solution of that, isn't it? So we can think of many, infinitely many, but how can we make that? So solve for y. If we solve for y, we got negative 5y equals 5 minus 2x. So divided by 5, we got y equals negative 1 plus 2/5 x. That means if we get an x value, we can get the y value, which is negative 1 plus 2/5 x is a y value. So this is actually a solution, a set of solutions.
So on the test, is it just going to say infinitely many, or are they going to say
No,
infinitely
you have to
many with
specify.
a equation? Okay.
But
Yeah,
what,
you got some choices, so
yeah, what is the answer? X or
This-
Y or both?
the solution is always x and y.
Both.
Yeah, both. So this is a solution. This is a set of solution. So whenever we get an x value, we always can get y value. So when x is a 2.5, when you plug in 2.5, if we plug in, we get an x, y as a 0. So 2.5, 0 is the solution. Now when the x is a 0, plug in 0, we get y equals negative 1. So this is also a solution. They are solutions. But in general, if we generalize this is the set of all the solutions.
So infinitely many is the answer, right?
No,
No.
not infinitely many. This is the answer.
Okay.
Or these are the answer.
Okay. Perfect.
Is that a plus? Is that negative 1 plus total 5x?
The negative 1 plus 2/5 x.
Okay.
Now 800 people are there, and the total sale is $3,102, and other ticket is $6, and the student ticket is $3. And we are going to find the number of adults and the number of students. So x, we let the x as a number of adults, and y as a number of students. Then what we can get is, the total is 800, so x plus y is 800. And the other ticket is $6, so 6x. And student tickets are $3, So 3y is a $3,102. So we have equation with x, y equation, which is the same as the previous equation, right? Now we want to get the x and y. We can use the elimination method. So let's multiply by 3, because I want to eliminate the y value. Then I get a 3x plus 3y equals 2400. So multiply by 3. Then subtract, because this is a plus 3y and a plus 3y. The only way to remove the y is a subtraction. So 6x minus 3x is a 3x. And $3,102 minus a 2,400 is
702.
7, yeah, 702. So x is divided by 702 over 3, which is a 274. And when you plug in x into here, y equals 566. So,
Wait, you said
274.
yeah, you said 274.
Ah,
You wrote
234, yeah.
Okay. So y equals 566. And so how many adults and students attended the game? It's 566?
how many each of them? How many other?
Right, but where is...
234. How many students? 566.
Oh, okay.
Now two cars left the intersection at the same time, and one is going to the north, and another one is going to the west. So this is a north, and this is a west. So we have two cars, and then the distance between these two is 100, and north is faster, so go further 20 miles. So if I let this is x, and this distance is x plus 20, and this is a right angle, and I want to find the x value, because when I get the x value, I can also get the y, this, like the north direction. And we use a Pythagorean, so Pythagorean is x squared plus x plus 20 squared is 100. So x squared plus, if I expand this, x squared plus 40x plus 400 is 100. And 2x squared plus 40x, and move this 100, which makes it 300, and divide by 2, which is x squared plus 20x plus 150 is equal to 0. Sorry. Looks like I'm tired. So this is 100 squared, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, because that's
because
Pythagorean.
that's a Pythagorean.
Right. C
So
squared.
that is a 400 minus 10,000. And this is a 9600.
So that's the answer?
No,
Yeah.
we got an x. We have to get an x. What is x? The product is a negative. The product is a negative 9600, and the sum is a 20. So 96. For the 96, we can split them apart. This is like the Looks like I'm feeling really tired. Why is that? So this is like a divided by 4. Then we got a 24. And this is a 4 times a 6. So we got a 4 times a 6 times a 100. Why is that? No. Let's use a quadratic formula. I think that's better. I don't know why. So if we use a quadratic formula, this is a negative 20 plus minus radical, negative 20 squared, negative 4 times negative 9600 over 2. Now we take the positive number, positive x value. And that is the x value we need. I didn't know, I forgot to bring the solution of that. I don't know why I forgot that. Compute that.
Come on, you're
Yeah.
good. And how are we going to do it?
Oh well, I can find it. Oh. First, somehow it was dropped in my the sample exam sheet, so I can find it. Yeah, that's a 60.
I like that X thing, the no name
Yeah.
formula.
There's actually a x minus 60 and x plus 80. And that is not, I have to divide it by 2. That's the reason. So this is 9600, and I have to divide it by 2. This is a 48. I figured out why I get somewhat like a weird number. And 6 times 8 is 48, right? So 60 and 80, that makes this as a plus 20. So x equals 60. So 60 miles to the west and 80 miles to the north. That's the way. So the answer is a 60,
So how the hell?
and this is a 80.
So all that other stuff up there in the right corner don't even matter.
What did you say?
So everything up in the top right corner don't even matter.
Which right corner?
No, that's all connected. He closed it all down. He just moved to the left.
Yeah, move to everything to the left.
He had divided by 2. That's how it
Yeah,
turned
that's
out.
I messed up here.
And so dividing by 2 at that point, that's just part of the formula? Or where did you come up with that?
You don't need to make it simple.
I was just trying to
Yeah,
simplify.
try to simplify.
Because the end result's got to be those 2 parentheses things, which is, what do you call it, factor?
Yeah, factor.
Right.
A bag contains 9 red marbles, 8 blue marbles, and 6 green marbles. So total is 9 plus 8 plus 6, which is a 23. That's the total. And we're going to find the probability that a randomly selected marble is blue. So the probability of blue is a total is a 23. Now how many blues we have?
8.
We have 8. So 8 over 23 is a probability.
Get back to 30%. Okay.
So that's the answer. 8 over 20.
Yeah, 8 over 23. and we have 2 dies. And we are going to find the probability that the sum is a multiple of 3 or a multiple of 4. So when it rolled the 2 dice, the one dice has a 6 possible outcome. Another dice has another die has a 6 possible outcome. The total is a 36 outcome. The 36 outcome means it can be a 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. The first is the first, like the first die, and this is the second die, first die, and the second die, etc. And we also have a 2, 1, 2, 2, etc. So if we list all of this, that's the 36 up to 6, 6. Is it okay? And then we're going to choose the sum is a multiple of 3 or a multiple of 4. So to get a multiple of 3, what is the maximum sum here?
30.6.
No, maximum sum of the 2 numbers. 12. 12 is the maximum when it sum up, right?
Yeah.
6 plus 6. So from the 12, we're gonna get the multiple of 3, which is 3, 6, 9, 12, and multiple of 4. Of 4 is we're gonna get 4, 8, 12. So we're gonna choose this. How can you choose that? So just list that. Just keep going. So 2, 3, 2, 4, and 2, 5, 2, 6, and 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3.
So is it 7 over 36?
Yeah, 3, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. I think that is easier to explain to you, so I'm just writing. 4, 3, that's the 3. 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4.
Why are 2 not under multiple of 4?
What do you mean?
2.
2 is what?
That's the factor for it.
Yeah.
Like you can't multiply 4 with anything.
I
you
guess.
do.
6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, and 6, 9, 6, 6. So let's choose which one is multiple of 3. So we are doing the sum. So 3, and this is a 4, 5, 6. You got a 6, 7, 3. We got a 3. We got a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4, 6, and 8, 9, and 6. What is that? Yeah, this is 8, and where is that? 6,
9.
8, and 9,
You missed one more.
and 8, 9. Yep, that.
What about 4, 5?
Yeah, that's done. Yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 20 over 36, which is 5 over 9. That is a probability.
There's no simple way to get that answer. Well, I got to do all that.
I think that there is a way, but
Is there a
it is a lot more complicated.
More complicated.
Yes.
Well, this is simple. You just got to do a lot of writing.
Yeah, you just list them.
That'll take some time.
Yeah, it takes some time, but better to memorize some
Hey, you can
really
go back for a
crazy thing.
second. You can go back. Yeah.
I just hope like every problem isn't like that, because like if we only have an hour on the test, something like that, it takes time. on the
30
test.
minutes.
So we're gonna get from the card, we're gonna get either diamond or a face card. I think we just discussed that, right? So probability of the diamond or a face card is 13 over 52 plus 12 over 52 minus 3 over 52. That is what we have, which is 11 over 26. We just discussed that during
That's
the lectures.
the overlapping
Yeah, that's the
formula.
overlapping part.
Right.
And you can look at the lecture note. And the 4 coins are tossed, and we're going to find the probability of obtaining at least one hat. And we also discussed that. So when you do the 4 coins, that implies we have a 2 to the 4, which is a 16 outcome. That's the total. And at least one hat means 1 hat, 2 hat, 3 hat, and 4 hat. That is at least 1 hat. So we have to count many, right? But instead of doing that, the probability of at least 1 hat is, we actually compute the opposite thing. 1 minus the probability of what? At least 1 hat. What is the opposite of at least 1 hat? At least 1 hat, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the opposite?
2 over 4.
No hat.
No. Yeah, really?
At least 1 means 1 hat, 2 hat, 3 hat, 4 hat. The opposite is no hat. That is at least 1 hat.
Can you go back to 32? 32 for a second. Same mistake.
No, not yet. We have to move forward. And then we will go over it. So no hat is, how many? No hat means all tails. That's the no hat. How many? All tails means, what is the outcome for the all tails? There is only one possible way to get the all tails, which is a 1 over 16, so we got a 15 over 16. You can list that like the H, 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 T, etc. You can list that. That is your choice. Although I do not want to.
So it's 15 and 16.
Yes.
Still like
Now the spinner is spinned twice. And we got a 2-digit number. So let's list the 2-digit number after spinning. So we can get what? What do you get? We get 11, 12, 13. We get a 21, 22, 23. We can get 31, 32, 33. That's the meaning of this. Spinning twice and then get the 2 numbers for each step, each of them. And we're going to find the probability of getting odd number. So the probability of odd number is, the total is 9. Now how many odd are there? 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 of them. And the probability of part B, the probability of larger than, greater than 30, which is a 31, 32, 33. So we have 3 over 9. which is 1/3. So for this case, the listing the numbers is easier. Any question? Now we're going to compute the probability. Probability is given as a 0.35, and we're going to find the odd in favor of E. So the probability of E is 0.35, means we have a 35 over 100. So let's simplify this. If we divide by 5, we get a 7 over 20. That is a probability. And what is odd? In favor of E are 7 to 20. The answer is 20 minus 7. 7 to 13. So the favor, this 7 is a favor, right? Favor of E. And this 20 contains a favor plus unfavor. Only 7 are favor, means the other 13s are unfavor. The odd is favor versus unfavor. That's the odd. So 7 to 13 is the odd. So the odd against E are 13 to 7. That's the opposite, because that's the against. The time is over, but yeah, I want to finish that, so if you wanted to leave, that's fine. Now, odd in favor of event E are 12 to 8. So that means this is a favor, and this is unfavor. What is the total? 20. Which is a 12 plus 8 is a 20. That's the total. So the probability of E is the favor, which is a 12 over 20, which is a 3/5.
Hold on, you're going a little bit too fast, nephew. Oh, you go.
And the probability of student make an A on the final is 0.35, and not making an A is a probability of not making A is 1 minus the probability of make A. So, which is 1 minus 0.35, which is a 0.65. So, I think it is somewhat like obvious. You have a chance to get a A at 35%, and obviously not getting A is the other way, which is a 65%. And we have a 1 through 10, and we're going to get either multiple of 3 or the even number. So just circle the multiple of 3, which is a 3, 6, 9, and the even number, which is a 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Sorry, 10. I circled the 10 and say that 9. Yeah, you see, I'm tired. so probability of a multiple of 3 or even is the total is a 10. So how many are there? So 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So we have how many? 7. So 7 over 10.
Again, that's the non-overlapping formula. You would minus if there was overlapping.
No, this is overlapping. They overlap. 6 is overlap.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't use that kind of formula. Just count them. Can I move on?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just 7 with 10, right?
Yeah. And 3 children. And the 3 children is girls, G boy, and G. The G is a girl and the B is a boy, and G, and there are 2 boys, which is a G, B, G, 3 boys, B. And what do we want to get? We want at least 1 boy, at least 1 girl. So at least 1 boy and at least 1 girl. So that probability is just circle that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. That's easier, right? The listing is easier sometimes. Okay. And the probability of A is a 0.25, and the probability of B is a 0.2, and overlap is a 0.1, and we are going to find the probability of A or B. So this is A or B is the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A and B. So 0.25 plus 0.2 minus the 0.1, which is a 0.35. That's it. All right. Yep, that's all.
We have to know the next 4.
What did you say?
I thought there was 44 of them.
No,
Oh.
there is nothing. Just extra slide. Okay, you can ask if you have a question, and you can go over.
So you said you made it accessible for the My Lab Master for June 6th?
Yeah, I extended to that.
All right.
Send it what?
I extended the due date.
On
The
homework?
homework due date.
And then is Friday's homework still due Friday?
Yes, they are
On
due.
my math, if you take some of those quizzes that's up there, you get credit for those.
The quiz on the online homework? No, there is no.